Hi everybody and welcome to this week's Math Smash. So this week in maths we've been looking at partitioning numbers and looking at our number bonds, and we've tried to go all the way up to 100 if we possibly can. So we've been looking at partitioning and showing them in a part-whole diagram, a cherry diagram, and thinking about the different amounts of tens and ones. And we've also been writing some fact families for different number bonds. So if I just talk to you through partitioning first, then we've got my number 32 here, and we can see that it's got 3 tens and 2 ones. So we've got 30 add 2, and that's that just popped up just there. Now, if I am going to partition a number, I'm going to move a 10 across, and I'm going to move it into the ones column. So it's a little bit like when we do our column subtraction. We have to exchange a 10. We do exactly the same here when we're doing a partitioning of a number. We move a 10 across so that it now lives in the ones column, and now suddenly I have got 20, I've got 2 lots of 10, and now I've got 12 ones instead. So the next number sentence that could go for 32, so it could be 30 add 2, but then I've also got 20 add 12. Now, the next number sentence that could possibly work for 32 is if I move my 10 across another time to make it into 10 add 22. So I've moved 2 10s across now, and it's changed my number sentence into 10 add 22. I've got one group of 10 and I've got 22 little ones. Now, we had a look at doing this in lots of different ways. So we had a look at number 53, and we were again moving our tens rod across into the ones column, and we're working out how many tens we had, how many groups of 10, and what that answer would give me, and then how many ones there were. So if I've got my 5 groups of 10, I've got 50, and I'm adding 3 ones on to get to 53. And then the next one I had 4 groups of 10, so I had 40, and then I was adding on my 13 ones, and so on and so on. I could make 3 other different ways to make 53. Now also I've got my part-whole diagram here, and this is also called a cherry diagram, and what we can do is split that number again into its tens and its ones. So maybe in 25 I'd have 20 and 5 as my first way, but then I might again move that 10 across, move it over, so I could also have 10 and 15. Same for 32, I might have 30 and 2 because it's got 3 groups of 10 and then 2 ones, and then I might move a 10 across and then have 20 and 12, so I could have 2 groups of 10 and 12 little ones. That's my partitioning. We had a really good look at that this week, and everyone was really successful. Now, then we had a look by the end of the week at number bonds to 10 and 20. We've looked at it in lots of different ways. We did lots of chanting, and we used our fingers to work out our number bonds to 10. And once we'd really secured our number bonds to 10, then we had a look at our number bonds to 20. So if you look at my first example, Sunny knows this number bond to 10, and it's 10 in a cherry diagram with 7 and 3 making up that number bond to 10. Now, what we've done is when we get to 20, well, if I've got 10 and I need to get to 20, I've got to add 10 more. And that's what's happened here. When we're using our number bond to 20, I've added 10 more onto the 3 to make it to 13. And then I know that 13 and 7 can live together to make 20 as their number bond. Now, on my second number bond, you can see that it now says 17 and 3. That's because I've used my 10 in a different way this time. I've used it with the number 7 to make 17, and then I've added my 3 from there. I can count in my head if I'm not quite sure on the 2-digit number, but you'll see in every single one that it's got a 2-digit number and a single-digit number as well. Because if I had 2 2-digit numbers, for example, if I had 17 and 13, that would take me to over 20, and I need to get to only 20. That would take me up to 30, and that's too high. So on my bottom one, I've got 10 with 5, and I'm trying to think about what could possibly go in that gap. I'm only trying to get to my number bond to 10 this time. So I'm going to get 5 fingers and think about how many are hidden. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to have my 5 fingers up. Look at my other hand, how many are down? I've got that one down, that one down, that one down, that one down, that one down. I've got 5 fingers down. So that means that 5 is also going to live in the little box over there. Now, that means that I can use my 5 to make my number bond to 20. So 5 will live in one of the boxes, and I need to think about what's going to move into the other 2 by using a 10. So then by the end of the week, some of us were being superstars and thinking about our number bonds to 100. And to make our number bonds to 100, we have to move a 10 across from the tens column into the ones column to find the next number bond. So this one, for example, is 20 add 80 because I've got 2 lots of 10 in the tens column, and then I'm going to have 80 little ones. That gets me to 100. I'm going to move a 10 across, and now it's changed again to something slightly different. I wonder if you can help me. What have I got in my tens column? My tens column is the yellow column. So that looks like I've only got 1 rod, so that must equal to 10. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rods in the ones column. So that must equal to 90. And it's 10 add 90 to give me my number bond to 100. That is quite similar to my number bonds to 10, actually. Now then, we had a look at some challenging two-step problems to work out the missing numbers this week, and everyone did a very good job. So first things first, we had to look at the numbers we'd been given. We might have been given 1 number, we might have been given 2 numbers. And in this one, we've been given 2 numbers, 26 and 45. Now, we need to do some adding here to work out what that answer is going to give me. But then, when we've found that special answer, we need to find out the difference between that answer and 100. So I think it would be the best way to do is maybe to count on to 100 when we've worked out that answer to work out the difference. That's quite challenging. So I wonder who's going to be able to do that for me. I think I've used something like that in my problems. Okay, so here are my problems for today. So if you are going to do the rowing boat challenge, I'd like you to fill in the part hole diagrams to find your number bonds to 20 and try to use that number bond to 10 to help you. If you are doing the rowing boat challenge, I'd like you to partition the number 71 into different amounts of 10s and 1s today, please. And if you're doing the submarine challenge, I'd like you to go for it today and think about your number bonds to 20 and your number bonds to 100 and try to work out what is missing in those gaps. So remember, add the 2 numbers together first and then either count on or do a takeaway. So I hope you enjoy all of those challenges and I will see you again next week. Let me know how you get on with them. See you later, everyone. Bye.